The cows go moo. Who is it to? Mooing you.
Moo?
Bigfoot, Elvis isn't dead, the Loch Ness Monster, 9/11. All conspiracy theories are based on some level of factual information, or else no one would really subscribe to them. But among all the factual information, there's a lot of misinformation, and a lot of connecting invisible dots. Odds are the more elaborate a theory is, and the more people that would have to be involved, the less likely that conspiracy is true. Sure, I can understand why people gravitate towards conspiracy theories. After all, it makes a lot of sense. The world is a very confusing place, and basically we're just trying to make sense of it all. The whole point of scientific research is to prove, disprove, and discover new things. But when people have the ability to choose their facts, that's when conspiracy theories are invented. Patternicity, the tendency to find meaningful patterns in random events, helps as an afterthought to make things make sense. In a time with so much transparency, where everyone's cell phone has a camera to it, when major events happen, multiple people are filming it at any given time. And even though footage from multiple angles is taken by normal citizens and oftentimes posted directly to YouTube, is still not enough proof for some conspiracy theorists. Transcendentalists tend to believe that everything is interconnected, and that all events happen for a reason. Empiricists tend to think that randomness and coincidence interact, and that belief should depend on evidence on each individual event. Sure, it would be awesome if everything was black and white, but let's face it, in most things in our lives, there is a shade of gray. Sure, if you slam a square peg in a round hole enough times, it's gonna fit, but then you end up with this octagonal thing because the corners are shaved off, and then you've got like little bits and pieces, and then it's like all misformed, and then the next kid that tries to use it ends up like, hey, why is this peg in the round hole? They didn't even do it right. This one goes in here, and then the triangle's going in the round hole, and it's complete chaos, and cats and dogs are living together, and Chemtrails! The scientific explanation is that it's condensation that's built up from the exhaust of the jet going through an atmosphere that is much colder, and it leaves clouds. That's basically what it means. They're even called contrails, not chemtrails for short, because it means condensation trails. It's like when you see your breath when it's too cold out and it's really humid. You can see your breath for a longer amount of time on the days that it's extra humid, and then it dissipates quickly on the days that it's not. Now, the theory on chemtrail. The government is intentionally spraying us with harmful chemicals to see the effects. They're using the condensation as a cover-up in order to spray us with harmful chemicals. Plausible? Okay. Likely? To an extent. But if you're going to do it that way, the chemicals are being released so high in the atmosphere by the time they get to us, they've dissipated and moved around in the atmosphere so much that your readings would be useless, not to mention unreliable. Apparently, there's a concentration camp under the Denver International Airport. It has an 8-level underground military base, a gas chamber, and it is rumored that there's genetic experiments taking place. The number on the back of your social security card is a World Bank account number. At the bank, there's a form that you can fill out to get the money back from the World Bank. But the story goes that you will become marked as a target for death. If anyone is willing to try this, let me know. KFC makes black men impotent. Go ahead and laugh, I laughed. Apparently the KKK got together and said, hey, we can sterilize black men and get rid of them altogether. But how are we gonna do it, Cletus? We'll put a chemical in their fried chicken to make them sterile and impotent. It sounds crazy, but it just might work. And finally, Microsoft Kinect has fine print saying the company is not responsible for any surveillance done through it by the US government. Does anybody even have a Kinect? I do. I'm gonna go unplug it. Alright guys, what are your favorite conspiracy theories? If there's any crazy ones, or you want to debunk anything that I said, or if you want to try and prove me wrong, or say anything about conspiracy theories in general, I'm more than willing to debate them with you in the comment section below. Also make sure to check out my other videos, check out my band, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, I put out new videos every Monday and Wednesday, share the videos if you really like them, and as always guys, I'm Mr. Moo, and I'll see you next time.